Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to a new video here on One Baba Salam. In this video, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm going to reflect on the conversion of Andrew Tate to Islam. If you are watching this video, it is more possible than not that you know Andrew Tate. However, it is also very likely that you've never heard of this name. If you don't know Andrew Tate, then consider this video as a good news for you, for me, as well as for the Muslim community. The good news is Andrew Tate is our new brother in Islam. From now onwards, his success is ours. And likewise, his downfall, may Allah forbid, shall be ours too. Therefore, we must pray for his steadfastness in Islam and his upholding of Islam to his very best level. According to his Wikipedia page, Andrew Tate is a multiracial American social media influencer, a former professional kickboxer. I understand that he runs an online academy, or university they call it, that offers courses on accumulating wealth and male-female interactions. Well, I don't know what that means, but that is another topic for another discussion, inshallah ta'ala. Tate was banned from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Why? Simply for comments that liberals and feminists are unable to digest or just live with. And he became more viral after he made these comments about Islam. Let's take a watch.
Islam fixes a lot of the problems that men are currently facing. Yeah. The problems we're discussing on this show, Islam fixes all of them, right? That's the first thing about Islam. And I'm not a Muslim, right? If I had to choose a religion, I would, because I live in an Orthodox Christian country, I go to the Orthodox Christian church. I donate $20,000 a month to the church in the country I live in. The church in Romania is very powerful, and I like having church friends. So I give them a lot of money, right? So I would guess I'm an Orthodox Christian. But if I had to bet on one religion as if I were betting on the stock market for the future, you have to bet on Islam. Because Muslims are intolerant. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully, because if you're tolerant of everything, then you stand for nothing.
Yeah.
Facts. Christians are so tolerant now. You don't believe it. They have gay pastors that I'm not even anti-gay, but if the book says don't have, like, what do you believe in now? If you're tolerant of everything, you stand for nothing. I can walk through London with a t-shirt saying Jesus is gay and nothing will happen to me. If I did the same thing with the Islamic prophet, I'd be dead before I got to the end of the street.
Boom.
That's how much they believe and respect. And I respect people who stick up for what they believe in. Yeah. It's not even about me believing in it. I respect them because they believe and they will defend. Muslims are the only people who will defend their religion. They will defend their beliefs. They refuse to be mocked. They refuse to be insulted. And I respect that about them. I respect that. That's an amazing thing about them, right? And the third point is, and I've been all around the world, some of the best countries in the world today are the first world Muslim nations. Yeah. Qatar, you can go to Qatar, you can fall asleep with $1 million on your lap in the middle of the street. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Saudi Arabia as well.
You can go to Saudi, nothing will happen to you. You can go to Dubai, UAE, nothing's going to happen to you.
They leave their cars parked with the keys inside.
It's so safe.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
It's so safe. Women, everyone's married. Every woman obeys her husband. Every single woman has 4, 5, 6 kids. Big families. All the things we're talking about, all the problems we have here, right? They've got none of that. None of it. Because of Islam. Islam keeps society in the role where women obey their man. Women have children. Women have big families. Women are exceptionally happy to do so.
Yes.
Before some Western girl comes in here and runs her mouth, the Islamic women are happier than any you're going to see in the club tonight.
They're very true.
They're happy. Society is functioning. Their population is growing because in most Western countries, the population is declining.
Yep. Tim Cass was talking about it today. I was talking about we were
2 people have 1 kid. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, right? 2 people need to have 3.1 kids because people die, right? People die prematurely, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So we have population problems in the West. They have none of the population problems. Society is functioning. And that's what society is. Society starts at the smallest possible group. You have families, and families make a street, and that street makes a village, and that village makes a town, that town makes a city, and that city makes a country. So if it's broken at the very fundamental level, if its family level's broken, then it's broken the whole way up.
Yep.
And that's what's happened in the West. And the first world Islamic countries have none of those problems. So if you're going to talk about a belief system that fixes issues, you need to go to Islam.
And I will say this
that will
too.
fix everything. I just have absolute, even though I wouldn't identify as Muslim, I have absolute respect for the ideology, respect for the mentality, respect for the warrior aspect of it. I respect it.
They don't play.
They don't play. You can't insult their shit. But you can insult the church all day. You can make fun of it. There's a show on Netflix about a gay Jesus. That's a joke, right? Ha, ha, ha. And what do the Christians do? Nothing. Yeah. Christianity is a dead religion. If you're a Christian, and I'm saying this as a Christian myself, Christianity is a dead religion which is confined to the history books. It's dying out. Your own Pope. The Pope goes up there and talks LGBTQ shit.
That's
now.
crazy.
It is over. You don't stand for anything. You don't believe in anything. You have no boundaries. You're walked on. You're mocked. The whole thing is a joke. Being a Christian now is nothing more than advertising you're a loser. It's a losing religion because you've lost to Islam.
For those of us who knew Andrew Tate before his conversion to Islam, everything I said earlier is applicable, meaning his conversion to Islam is definitely a good news to you as well, and we should embrace him as one of us in the Muslim community. In addition to that, here is a few points to remember. Let's remember that when a person embraces Islam, his past becomes no longer relevant whatsoever. So much so that his book of deeds may be cleaner and purer than yours and mine. It is important to understand this or remember if someone already knows, simply because the man shall be subjected to systematic bully and attack by liberals and feminists from all corners, from all angles. When that happens, we don't buy those accusations so easily. We should instead show him moral support to our best level. Also, like I said a few weeks ago in my other video, after the Dutch footballer Davy van den Berg accepted Islam, before he became Muslim, in this case I mean before Andrew Tate became Muslim, many Muslims followed him and were his loyal fans. Not for anything, probably for his profession or for his lifestyle. Either way, the man has now accepted Islam, and he is officially a Muslim. Do you know what that means? It means he is now one of us, the Muslim community. This means if one of us has been his follower and fan when he was in Jahiliyyah, now the question for him is, are you going to follow him and accept Islam if you are non-Muslim? Or will you be a good practicing Muslim if you are already an existing Muslim? Now that your idol has embraced Islam willingly, convincingly, and based on principles, will you be following him as well? Or you will only look for the entertainment side of the person? Just because the man has become a Muslim and is now one of us, furthermore a social media influencer, that doesn't mean that anything he does and everything he does or showcases is worthy emulating. Yes, we don't judge him by the tattoos on him, but we don't copy them either. Being an influencer doesn't mean he has turned an overnight scholar of Islam. Unless he learns Islam and Islamic studies and is certified to teach, he and any one of us should be learning about Islam and should be learning Islam from real and authentic scholars of Islam. Also, just because he's become one of us doesn't mean we defend him blindly. Mistakes are mistakes. They are condemned according to their situations and circumstances. There is no blind love, no blind fellowship, no blind fanship in Islam, with exception to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We follow him wholeheartedly. We submit and subject our desires to his teachings, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace and blessings be upon him. Now, to our new brother in Islam, Andrew Tate, I have this humble advice for you. My dear brother, Welcome home. Welcome to Islam. Today, your book of deeds is cleaner than mine, possibly. Please work on maintaining that cleanliness and purity of the book. Take it easy on yourself. You can't know just everything in Islam and about Islam in overnight. It takes time. So take the time to learn, and more importantly, learn to put what you learn into practice and application. Be ready for more attacks. You know what I mean. Those who caused you to be banned on Twitter, Facebook, and other social media handles out there will never leave you alone. But rest assured that you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with you. Always seek assistance from Him, and you shall never regret. In the meantime, it is wise to prioritize learning the basics of Islam so to be a better practicing Muslim, rather than being more popular and delivering talks here and there. To conclude, for Muslims, whether born Muslim, convert, or in between, we are not Muslims because we do Islam any favor of any sort. We are Muslims because we need the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is attained through Islam alone. This favor is felt and lived in this life in the form of clarity and tranquility. And it is lived ultimately in the hereafter by winning Allah's pleasure and an abode in the paradise of Aden. I pray for steadfastness for our new brother in Islam, Brother Andrew Tate, as well as for all our Muslim brethren around the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard us and subject us to good and righteous causes at all times. Until our new video, I leave you in Allah's protection. Wassalamu alaikum. أتيتك يا خالقي باكيا ودمع الأسى كل حين يزيد فقد قلت في الآي لا تقنطوا وإن تعف عني فذا يوم عيد وإن تعف عني فذا يوم عيد